By the late Cold War, technology had advanced so far, the barrier to entry to produce aircraft was becoming so great that it was really limiting the field of nations that could partake in aircraft manufacturing. Things were different before. Think of World War II. You had Italy with their Machis, Japan with their Mitsubishi Zero, Romania with their IAR-80, and hell, even countries as small as Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia were making their own airplanes either before or during the war. Dial the clock forward to the 1980s, and the selection becomes really narrow. Naturally, you have the Americans and the Soviets working on their iconic planes like the MiG-29 and the F-16. While people really fawn over the two superpowers from the Cold War, they will forget about the French and their Mirage 2000, not willing to abandon their domestic industry, defiant to try to remain self-sufficient, and wanting to project their own power. The capabilities of the French aeronautical industry climax with the Mirage 2000, an icon of its time and still in use today. If you are like me and did not play the French tree at all in War Thunder, then getting access to the Mirage 2000 seems like a tall order. That is a big tree to grind. But there is another way. The Mirage 2000C S-4 is a vehicle that is purchasable through the market. So if you are like me, a working adult that rather spend his time flying what he wants, you can get the plane in the marketplace and jump the line. War Thunder is not going anywhere anytime soon, so I guess why not? I am definitely going to get my money's worth out of it. After spending some time with this plane, I have to say that I have been really enjoying it, and it shouldn't be a surprise. Just like in DCS, the Mirage 2000 is a monster in the merge, and the Super 530D Fox 1 missile cannot be slept on. So in short, the plane is fun. I thought the best way to show off this plane was a fun little story that I had in AirSim. This mission really shows some of the strengths that this plane has, but rest assured, it can do more. If this is your first time here, this channel focuses on multiplayer sim gameplay, so if you're into that, please subscribe. We start this off really close to the front. Our radar scope is maxed out at 37 kilometers, and we see someone about 2/3 of the way up, so this guy's pretty close. And checking the range on the HUD with our Magic 2, we see that he's basically already in the no escape zone, so this is pretty darn good for us. It's almost so good that I'm worried that he sees me and he's gonna flare if I shoot with the Magic 2, so I switch to the 530D. And we're gonna see this thing fly straight at this guy, and we're gonna pop him. That missile was fired so close that that guy basically had no chance to respond. Now, we do have a couple different things on RWR. F-16 is also very close, and we hear the sonic boom of something flying by. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes open for this. Wasn't sure if the other guy got his nose around, so I was flaring just in case. Don't see him on radar yet, and then we go ahead and pick him up, and we see that we have the advantage here. We got our nose around faster than he did. We're in a really good spot. He is flaring. I don't want to use my last Fox 1 though, because I am very, very close, and I wait until he stops flaring and I go ahead and shoot. So it started us off really fast, 2 kills off the bat. Still have 1 missile of each type, and I have my full cannon loadout. And what was interesting about that shot was that that 16 actually lived for a while on fire. I don't know if the missile, maybe with the proximity fuse, just clipped a part of his plane. So we got to pick up a third contact. The sortie's moving fast, and we go ahead and fire our Fox 1 almost immediately because I wasn't really sure if this guy was going to shoot off a Fox 2 because he was so close. That's an F-14, and we go ahead and just wreck him. So we're already 3 in now, and I misidentified that. Luckily I didn't hit him. So this is a cool thing about the War Thunder replay system is you can actually see all the different sensors. It's actually incredible that this game actually has this. I actually really wish DCS had this as well. So we have to be a little bit careful because we do have F-14s out there and they have Phoenixes, and I only have one Fox 2 to protect myself with. But the RWR is absolutely amazing on this plane, and it has an NWS. So it gives you a warning when it detects missiles being fired. So I actually felt, I knew I didn't have a big missile loadout and my reach is quite short because I don't have a 530D on me. But just having the RWR made me feel like I have a lot of good situational awareness and that it allowed me to keep going forward. And you can see that based on what I was seeing just with the RWR and then seeing the replay with all the sensors, the RWR was basically telling me right and steering me in the good direction. So F-16 really close on RWR. He's coming out from my right side. I was a little slow to react to this. See the contrail, and I just flared the last second. That was me not reacting well to the RWR. And we're going to see who gets his nose on first. And again, the Mirage 2000, a monster in the merge. No problem, whipped it around. Again, one missile left. And we have the F-14 around. Fortunately, a big miss. And this guy just totally loses it. So that whole fight was possible because of how this plane is just so great at getting your nose around. And the good thing is, because of this plane's ability, it made it really easy to kill the guy just with cannon. So I was able to retain my last Magic 2 to defend myself against this last guy, because we did have that F-14 shooting Phoenixes before, and now we finally see this guy, and he's going super fast. And we're gonna go over the top to try to get him to overshoot. And look how fast this guy is going. And even, I mean, look, I think he was trying to turn and then he changed his mind to try to use his speed to go vertical. And I mean, this guy's not going to outrun a missile. So just like that, 5 kills using an excellent array of sensors, include, to acquire targets, RWR to keep safe. And we also were able to use really great missiles to make sure that we had a high hit percentage. And that's it. The plane's just fun. Hope people enjoyed the video. This was just a taste, but this plane can do a lot and it can't be slept on. If you are like me and are a Mirage enjoyer, but do not feel like grinding the entire French tree, this seems like a pretty good entry point to be able to enjoy an iconic aircraft. Let me know what you thought of the video. I know a lot of you already have this plane, so I'm really curious to see what you think down below. Lastly, the best way to help is to subscribe. So if you can take a moment and press that button, it would really help. Thank you.